just a little background as I show you how to get your Dave Ramsey leads into command. This is something that does take a little bit of time, mostly because you really do need to have 2 or 3 leads come in before you can actually have the whole thing finalized. So expect it to be a few day process unless you get multiple Dave Ramsey leads in a day. However, the first step is that you actually have to contact Dave Ramsey support to begin with. They recently changed their portal format. It used to be that you could put in your CRM yourself. Now you have to email them about it. So you just need to email them trusted.support@ramseysolutions.com. Tell them that you need to set it up so that the leads go to your CRM. You can say top producer, that's what we use, and it works for this method. And then the parser email that you would give that connects to your CRM, just give them your email address, whatever that may be. And then once you've done that, you won't be able to really take much of the next steps until you've received the first lead that comes in. In addition, like I have not been able to set this up so that it will automatically forward the leads to the parser that we're going to use. I actually have to forward them myself. However, it's usually not a big deal because as you probably know, like when you get a Dave Ramsey lead, this is what it looks like. As soon as you click on this View Lead Now button, what's going to happen in their system is it will send the information for that lead into your CRM. The email that looks like is something like this. And so this is why you have to wait for the first lead to come in before you can do too much, because you actually need this email to be able to set up the rest. So I'm going to copy all of this. We're going to need this for the next steps. So we're going to come over here to Email Parser by Zapier. You can log in just using your Zapier account. I recommend doing it that way. And then we're going to create a mailbox. So this is going to be the mailbox that the email address we're going to use that we'll send all of our emails to. And so then what you can see here, it asks for the initial template, highlight the text you would like extracted, and give each one a name. So this is the email that we got in. So we're going to first of all find where the name is of this person, and we'll just call it name. Next, we're going to highlight the email, and we can call it email. We'll do the same thing for the phone number, and then again for the address as well. So we've pulled out all of the 4 pieces of information that are found in these emails, and the parser gets better the more templates it sees. So I actually recommend, at least for the first few leads that come back in here, make sure that it's pulling the information correctly, and eventually it'll get good enough that it'll do it all on its own. So we're going to save the address and template, and then we can come in here and we can view emails. So no emails have been sent so far. However, we need to have at least one to set up Zapier, so we're going to come over here, and then I'm going to forward. I forgot to copy paste this, so we're going to copy and paste this email address, which is what we're going to forward this lead to. I'm also going to remove all this. Oh shoot. There we go. I'm going to remove all this other stuff so it's just the email, and then send it. And so now it should show up in this email inbox, and this can take a little bit of time. So while we wait for it to show up, we're going to go over to Zapier and my Zaps, and we are going to make our first Zap. So the app that is going to be the trigger is Email Parser by Zapier, this one that we just set up. The trigger event is whenever there's a new email, and our account should already be set up. The mailbox is the one we just did, and we're going to hit continue. So now we need to test the trigger. Basically, it needs to be able to detect the email in there. Yep, so there it is. You can see name, email address, phone number, and the address. This is accurate. So they'll use that. I marked it as accurate, so they'll use it to improve in the future. So now we can test our trigger. Okay, so Zapier found our email, so we can continue. So we are going to we're going to connect command, Keller Williams command. We're going to create a new contact. We are going to use my account, and then for name, parser output name. For email, we're going to find the parser output email. Same thing for phone number. We're going to look at all of the options and find parser output phone. And then finally for address, we're going to find the parser output address. And so that's actually all the information we have. That's all we need. We're going to click continue, and then we are going to test and continue. And then we should be able to come over here into command contacts, and there it was. It wasn't there, well, it wasn't there more than a few seconds ago because it was added a few seconds ago. So then we need to turn on our Zap. And so then that should be good. And we're going to come back in here. We have one more that we can forward, just to show that it's working. So I don't know why my computer doesn't want to scroll at the moment. There we go. Delete everything. And then we're gonna send it. And so with the Zap on, with everything working, this lead should show up within a minute or two. It's not always quite instantaneous. Sometimes, yep, there it is. We've got our other lead. So that's how you would go about getting all of your leads into command that are coming from Dave Ramsey. Hope this helps.